Welcome back to Teal House Farm. I was just out here looking at some of our berry bushes and our apple trees, see how they were doing. We have this little chicken. I don't know if I can get him in the shot. I'm trying not to scare him. He's right behind the apple tree there. He got away from the larger flock, and so he can't quite find his way back to the coop, I think. He's been out for like 3 days. I'm surprised he's still alive. But Sam and I are going to see if we can kind of round him back. I think if we can show him where his flock is, he's still really little. I think he would go back in the coop and we won't lose him. But I'm not sure if we can get him.
I think he's up there. I saw his little feathers. Orange feathers.
Okay, I need all the kiddos to back up. I don't know how we...
We should go in here, guys.
It's just gonna run back.
Yeah, let's go in here. No, there's nothing in here. But there's like flowers in there. No, I gotta go in here.
How did that chicken end up a half mile away from the other chickens?
They never came back.
Well, we'll try.
Try it.
A heart ice cream?
It's gonna taste
Oh, it fell on the floor.
It's gonna taste like
I guess I can still eat it. Tastes like love.
Try it.
It's got hair in it.
Ew.
It does taste like love and strawberries. Okay, so the goal today was not to bring, well, I guess it was to bring that chicken back. We'll see if it stays.
Find those in the snack basket.
I hid them so you didn't eat them all because they're for lunches.
I'm gonna go get them right now.
It is to open up a new pasture fence for the sheep. So our sheep have gotten out twice today because I think they're not happy where they are. I don't think there's enough good stuff to eat. They aren't getting like out and running away. They get out just to the other side of the fence, which is the pasture we want to open today. Okay. So we're gonna open up the pasture today. We also had a little issue with part of the fence was touching the ground, which is also why they were getting out. It wasn't, the bottom wire wasn't zapping. It is zapping now, so if they try to get out again, it's gonna get them good. But the goal is that they don't need to get out, right? That they are happy where they are and want to stay. Sheep tend, in our experience, tend to be happier than goats where they are as long as there's enough for them. We were planning on opening the new pasture this weekend, which is 2 days from now. It's Thursday, but they obviously need it open now, so we're gonna get it done even though I had a bunch of other stuff I really wanted to do today, but the sheep become more important. But first, we just finished school, so we're gonna do lunch so everyone's bellies are full, and then I'm gonna have Micah come help me because the sheep are kind of her project on the homestead that she's doing. Everybody kind of has an outside thing that they are either in charge of if they're old enough or help with if they're little, and Micah's are the sheep, so I'm gonna help her open up the new pasture. We haven't really looked at the fence that much this year. Sam did a little bit of work on it, but not a whole lot. So I'm hoping there isn't a ton to do. I think it's just gonna be replacing a couple step-in posts and then tying the fence back up to the charger, because right now it's not plugged in. But hopefully it'll be a pretty quick project to get them back out there in the pasture where they want to be and where we want them to be, because they're gonna mow it for us for free. All right, we're going to fast forward through lunch here and get outside. Okay, most important thing, turn the fence off. Boop. This is where they have been. They've eaten it down a pretty good amount. They just don't like some of this low-lying stuff, roughage. They like the really tall grass and the leaves on the bushes and stuff. And so we're gonna open up this is where they are. We're gonna open it up. You can see I already have the fence back there. It's just not tied up, and it goes all the way to that tree line way back there. You can't even really see the end from here. So it's pretty long. It's a lot of food for them. Make them real happy. First step is to reconnect our paddocks to the main fence. So this fence behind the barn is always plugged in and always on, but we unhook the other paddocks from the fence so that they aren't stealing from the charger and using more electricity. You need to make sure not touching any metal, only on the plastic insulators there, and then we need to get some new step-in posts. Okay, right there by your feet, grab those 3. The step-in posts are not super durable, so we always have to replace a few every year. We're just gonna kind of walk this fence line, and we're gonna check and see which ones need pulled out and replaced before we go ahead and plug it up and open it up for the sheep. The fence posts and sometimes the wire, they really get damaged by deer. It seems to be what does most of the damage. During hunting season, the deer obviously get spooked, and we have a lot of hunting land around our property, and they come barreling through our pasture and just knock down parts of the fence. They snap wire. Here's a piece that they snapped in half, and they broke a couple step-in posts. So we're really just fixing damage from the deer. The nice thing with this turbo wire is it can literally be tied back together, and it holds its charge really well. So it's not an expensive repair at all. Just takes some nimble fingers. A couple of our wires have kind of flipped on each other, making a little knot. This is pretty easy to fix, just takes a little bit of patience. And I'm gonna add some extra step-in posts here as well to help prevent this from happening. It'll keep the wires from touching each other quite as easily. It is a little tricky to put in these step-in posts. Our ground up here on top of the bluff is pretty rocky, so getting them all the way, and you really gotta try a few times to find the perfect spot where you're not gonna hit rock.
Venomous.
I don't recommend touching cactus or cacti, but Micah gives it a try, and luckily nobody got poked.
I'm blocking it, by the way. Why should I? Because you want to be left out here by yourself?
We ran out of step-in posts, so somebody had to go get them.
Coming. I'm not being too slow. I'm like right behind you, kind of. I'm just kind of far away. Ish. How'd I do that? There you are. Can you just freeze for a moment? I'm really right behind you. Not even feeling that good. So shaky! Because I'm walking. We're just looking, we're exploring. Whoa! It's a chicken catastrophe! Oh my beeswax! I wanted to kind of go in and see, but all these chickens are... That one has a low beak. It really does. Why are they staring at me? They have a club. Look at how big that one is! Oh my beeswax, look at that big one.
Oh, I didn't know from there.
Jason. 1948. I didn't get.
Okay, we got some more step-in posts from the barn, and we're going to go ahead and finish. We also are going to need to replace a few insulators. Most of them were in pretty good shape. And then the girls wanted to go out and check out our little pond that's at the bottom of this field. It's pretty nasty. We don't do anything with it. We hope to one day, but that's a really big project. And right now we're just trying to stay focused on getting out of debt and just raising some of our own meat, like with these sheep. We put in the last insulator that needed replaced, so this last little twisty twist is the last job that needs done, and then the fence is all repaired and it's ready to go. Okay, so did it. Just gotta plug it in. Every time I come up here though, if you ask me when I'm in the house, if our goal is still to fix up the house and live in it, I'll tell you I think so. I think we're gonna save it. But then I get up here and I see the view from where our front porch would be if we built a house on the back part of land, which is one thing we had talked about. The house would go right behind that tree line. It flattens out again. So you would sit on your front porch and you see your pasture and our little pond. And just that over there is conservation land, so nobody will ever build a house there, so it'll always look like that, which is nice. That sounds perfect. Forget about the house, right? It's really hard to make a choice. It really is, because I feel really disappointed. Just feel like you're letting go of history if you let the house go, but it needs, the more work we have done, the more we realize what it really needs, and more it may not be worth saving. When you just look at the cost of basically having to rebuild a whole house versus just building a new house that suits your needs, the cost ends up being about the same, and get a better view. And we could also build something that would be more accessible for Annie as she gets older. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. So all that to say, I don't really have a definite, be careful, a definite choice. But today, building a new house seems like the right choice. But I'm sure tomorrow when I'm in the house doing work, I'll be like, no, we should save this. Here's our mini Christmas tree farm. I'm just kidding. We're not starting a Christmas tree farm, but in a couple of years, one of these might be big enough to be a Christmas tree if we thin them out so they can grow better. Hey, cute little Christmas tree. That'd be fun. The girls wanted to go by our pond and see what was going on down there. Oh, I'm sure that's here from forever ago.
What's your boot?
That's not my boot. Why would my boot be out here? Somebody lost a boot in this pond
Are you
a decade ago. No, I'm a size 8. A decade ago, and now it's washing up. Yeah, we will. Our ducks, we would love to move the ducks over here, which is something else we'd be able to do if we built a house in the back of the hill, because we would be close enough to the ducks to keep an eye on them. Right now, this is pretty far away from our house. But this, and you don't worry about making it gross because it's already nasty, so they can make it as nasty as they want. But it's good size, and they would be real happy here.
Wait, Mama, you came over here. Our land is land. Look how goodly mowed it is.
Well, it's because he cuts hay. Yeah, he takes good care of his property.
But we don't have time. How does he do that?
We don't have the equipment. He's got fancy tractors. He's got big tractors and balers and all sorts of stuff.
That sounds like it still would take all day.
All right. Do you want to join us for the moment of truth?
What?
And plug it in and see if it still got charge. Bum ba da dun da da dun da da dun da na 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 na.
Ready? It work?
Ba da na na na.
I think it's still. That's totally great. We'll see if they stay in.
Okay, here's my question. Right now it's open here too. Do we want to close that off so they can't get into the chicken stuff?
We probably should close that off.
So just so they can just get in the back.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
The best.
I'm just gonna run. Do you think I should run one diagonally or run it across?
I'd like to make it so they can eat this at some point in time, but
I mean, I've tightened all the fence up other than one. I'd need one post over there.
yeah, I mean that all the that's not good. So I'd just cut it off for now until we fix it up.
Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna run one piece of string from T-post to T-post here. It'll close off this gate. We don't have a true gate system here. It'd be cool, but gates are expensive, so might as well make your own, right? But that's all. We're gonna go check everybody for ticks. I only got one small boo-boo in the process. Only saw one snake, so we're doing good. And I did not feel like doing this at all today, but we got it done, and that feels really good. And I'm sure Sam doesn't feel like mowing at all today, but he's been mowing for like 2 hours, so thumbs up to Sam for getting that done. So spring is a busy time. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and we'll see you again soon.